Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Round 6 of the Last Chance Qualifier here at the 2019 Worlds in Minnesota for the Gold Squadron podcast. My name is Asa.
And I'm Darren.
And I'm excited to be here at the last round, where on our left we have Sean, Han, and Wedge. On your right we have Adam with Chewbacca in the pods. Right here at the 6th round, both of these players looking to get into the World Championships tomorrow as we start day 1. This stream is brought to you by Curl Pot Creatives. We see down there on that bottom right-hand corner, there's a coupon code WORLDS2019, where you can get 15% off of your entire order from Curl Pot Creatives. They make all of the large acrylic tokens that we see here on stream today. You can get small versions for yourself. There is no need to be locked in to large tokens unless you want them. Unless you want large tokens. That works for me. I don't have a preference.
Some people say size matters.
Exactly. But whether it does or not, you get 15% off. Again, that's coupon codes WORLDS2019. If you buy $35 or more worth of stuff from their store and you're in the continental US, you get free shipping.
Do you prefer smaller equipment or larger equipment?
I prefer tokens that let me see exactly what's going on.
Okay.
All right, Darren. So as time has started, these folks are getting set up. Sean over there with Han and Wedge. Adam with Chewbacca and 3 Resistance escape pods. Let's talk through these lists a little bit. I think Sean's list deserves some going over.
Yep. So we've got Han Solo there in the Millennium Falcon, just without the title. He's got Luke Skywalker Gunner, which will give him a passive mod there. Saw Gerrera, which gives him another passive mod. And then we've got R2-D2 Crew and Engine Upgrade. Now, what that means is that Luke Skywalker Gunner means that start of the engagement phase, Han can rotate his arc by spending a force. If he doesn't rotate his arc, then he's got force passive mod. What Saw Gerrera does is let you convert your eyeball results on attack to crits. Not hits, crits. But it does cost you a damage. Now, what we see there is with R2-D2 Crew, you can keep getting that back. Just keep getting that shield back, keep getting that shield back, keep getting that shield back. So basically, it's a passive mod with very little consequences.
Yep.
An engine upgrade means that he can arc dodge.
Yep. All right, so let's then talk about Adam's list. Now, we're seeing these resistance pods move forward there across the bottom side of the map. There is a condition token on Han over there. Then that's the compromising intel coming from Vi Maradi down there, the Initiative 1 pod black. Compromising intel, I think, is worth going over. It says, during the system phase, if the enemy Vi Maradi is at range 0 to 3, flip your dial face up, and while you defend or perform an attack against Vi Maradi, you cannot spend focus tokens.
Yep, so while you can't spend focus tokens, you can still use Saw Gerrera. So
and Luke.
There's a little bit of a trade-off there. So he's not spending focus tokens if he's spending the Force, or if he's spending the Saw Gerrera Crew there. What it does mean is that they're going to be able to see what Han's dial's doing. Now, it gives them a little bit of information, but it's in the system phase. So what that means is the dials will already be set. The only ship that can really reposition is the is Chewie, and that's a boost, and it's a red boost. It's not going to come into play that much here.
It's worth mentioning, I mean, all those pods do have red barrel rolls.
They do, but they don't really want to be using it.
Right.
Like Han Solo in this list will be able to be dodging arcs.
Right.
Like large-based boost is just the stuff of nightmares from first edition.
Yeah.
And I am glad that not many large-based ships can take it.
And Han, with that fastest ship in the galaxy, absolutely can take advantage of that engine upgrade, making that white. He's moving last. There is quite a lot of commotion over here from Table 2. I apologize to anybody who's gotten that bleed through. Ryan Farmer being his normal effusive self. Let's go through a couple other things, though, because I'm not sure that everybody has seen all of these escape pods on one table before.
No, so they work really well with Chewbacca there. So let's go over Chewbacca's ability first, because what he really does is, his ability says, after a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 is destroyed. Now, it's important that it's 0 to 3, because it means that he even affects himself. So it says, before that ship is removed, you may perform an action, and you may perform a bonus attack. So Chewie can die, but he goes down with guns blazing.
Absolutely.
But what that allows him to do is you can take a rotate, for example.
Maybe you have a focus, take
Yeah.
that target lock.
Yeah. So what it means is Chewie goes down shooting.
Yep.
And so those pods are quite easy to pop.
Yep.
They're not great. And so what you look at here is that because they've got 2 agility and because they are only kind of 3-hole 1 shield, it's highly likely that they can get popped quite quickly, quite easily. And Chewie gets a bonus attack.
Yep.
With mods.
So some of these pods too. Let's talk about their abilities. BB-8 can perform a red boost or barrel roll in the system phase.
Yep.
Rose Tico, while defending or attacking, she can re-roll each. She can re-roll a die for each friendly ship in the attack arc.
Yeah.
So each friendly ship that can also be shot by the attacker.
Yeah. So that's why you see Rose there in the back bottom corner, because what that means is that when she shoots, she wants as many friendly ships to her in that arc, because she can then effectively re-roll those dice.
Yep.
And when she defends, she gets the counterpoint to it.
Absolutely. Now, Vi Marati's also got C-3PO aboard, double coordinates. We can coordinate double calculates. We can calculate, use that red coordinate to get the calculate. Excuse me, does not have the red coordinate. Then Finn with heroic. We've seen Finn a lot.
Yeah. Finn
Solid
with
little
heroic,
guy.
30 points.
Yep. Solid little guy.
Yeah, suffered a little bit after the latest FAQ, but still good at 30 points.
Absolutely. We see Chewbacca being escorted by these pods, surrounded by them. Definitely taking the long way around the bottom side of the map with his arc pointed side to side.
Yeah.
And then Sean doing the classic Rebel stuff, just slow rolling.
1 forward to victory.
Exactly. Now, do you think we're looking at any special advantage here just based on list?
No.
Not really?
No, it's like it's really difficult because I don't know which way to call this matchup. Don't know.
So there's a 1 straight boost in from Han, looking to control the center of the board.
Yeah, so Chewie, I'm confused by that bank there from Chewbacca, because effectively what that means is that he's going to have to hard 2 in next turn.
Right.
He's getting a little bit close to that table edge for my liking.
Now those top 2 escape pods are getting a little bit separated from the rest. This is something that we've seen all day.
Yeah.
Right? Separating your forces when they're not part of like a bait and switch, when they're not flanking, when they're not aces especially, is a bad time.
Yeah.
It doesn't result in getting good first engagement, doesn't result in getting weight of fire. In the case of a ranged tethered ability like Chewbacca's, it can put them out of range and unable to trigger Chewbacca's revenge attack if, say, Finn just goes down like a sack of bricks.
Yeah, no, I agree. So what you probably want to see here is the regrouping of those little pods and hard 2 in from Chewie, and really you probably want to see him come down this channel here.
Chewie?
Chewie, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's going to have a hard time because he's going to have to hard 2 here. So he's going to place him probably about here.
Now, Han's somebody who likes to be a little bit cagey. You think we could see Han going, because his arc is also pointed side to side. Think we could see Han going up around this, coming down that way while Wedge turns in?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think Han's ever going to turn in here.
Right.
I think Han basically just wants to kite. He just wants to come all the way around.
And orbit, and orbit.
Yep.
Fire into the center at range.
Yep, absolutely. Now, there's no like trick shot or anything like that on Han. He's not lean, but he's not as chunky as we've seen other Hans.
Yep. So 2 straights coming in with those pods.
So
you see clipping the finger right there.
Landed on the finger.
1 damage.
Yep. And that's just sloppy.
Yep.
Like it's a shame that Adams hit that.
Right.
Just because
they're off the line.
He didn't need to. Like he didn't need to be in that position.
one bank from BB-8. Now it's worth mentioning BB-8 had done the barrel roll in the system phase. Now the
Yep.
one bank is blue, so he gets to clear that stress as well.
Yep, no, absolutely. So, I mean, Finn's quite an expensive pod. Like, he's more expensive than two of the others. And for him to lose a quarter of his health like that, it could be crucial. Like, we've seen today that games have gone to time.
Decided on one hit point.
Yep, yep.
There's that two-turn from Chewy. Just going to go ahead and focus. Wedge making a two-turn across the top side of that board. S-foils are closed, I believe.
Yeah, and it's
And there's a
difficult because obviously Wedge is going down there. He wants to kind of stay away from Han because of Lone Wolf.
Right.
But sometimes you just have to kind of go, you know what? In this game, it's not going to play much of a part.
Mm-hmm. And I think once Han and Wedge cross each other, then Lone Wolf will be able to proc one more time once we see kind of past that initial engagement. Wedge is also extremely cagey. He's kitted out with R2 Astromech as well. So if he wants to, he can just disengage from the fight.
Yep.
Race around the edge of the board, regenerate some shields.
Yep.
Be a defensive monster.
Yep. And Wedge in this game, he's worth more than any of the pods.
Right.
He's worth two of them, basically. So if you take any two of those pods, add them together, it's still less than Wedge.
Less than Wedge Antilles. Absolutely. Even Finn and Vi, the most expensive with everything on board. Wedge is still one of the most powerful pieces. And that shows, I mean, Sean's got a little bit of a bid here, not a whole ton. I think at initiative 6. What do you think about a 2-point bid in that case? Is that enough? We just saw Nantex's run hell over.
Yeah, but then they're an entirely different kind of squad. So Sean doesn't need a bid in this list.
Okay.
Like, it's nice, but having Luke there as a bit of a safety net, it means that after all said and done and people have moved around, you can rotate your arc. It's very, very similar to a first edition.
Right. And what about Wedge, who
360?
arguably would have wanted to
wanted
a bigger bid?
But Wedge isn't a double repositioning ace. He's not a Vader. He's not a Soontir. He's not an Anakin. He doesn't necessarily. Once he's dialed in, he's got a single reposition to try and do something with. It's not as though the bid isn't as important to Wedge as it is necessarily other aces. If you can, great. And like you see in this matchup, doesn't matter. He's a pilot skill 6.
Right. And there are a lot of beefy lists on the tables right now. We've seen many of them today, so Wedge can still wreak havoc on those.
Yep.
Here are the two banks from the pods moving towards the center.
Yep. I mean, if you think back to some of the lists we've seen today, we've seen Rak Whisper, both 5s. We've seen Kylo Ren. He's a 5. We've seen Obi-Wan.
Yep.
He's a 5. Have we seen any 6s today other than
Sunfac? Yeah. Saving all my Vader love for tomorrow.
Fair enough.
Before I go crazy for Vader.
Yep. Again, we saw the Inquisitors. We saw Redline.
Right. All 5s.
Yep. Well, Redline's a 4, I think.
Right.
Is he a 4 or a 5?
I think he's a 4. He's a 4. In any case, mid
he's not a
pilot
6.
skill. Chewie taking a soft bank. Chewie's just still kind of mixed up in those pods.
Yep. Which is where he wants to be. He wants to be close to them, so he's got the ability to basically stick close to them.
Right. Now, I don't think he wants to be so close as to muck them up.
No.
Like he's close to doing. When they can't actually move, can't take their actions, and the pods themselves become far less effective. Here comes Wedge. Will we see a fast maneuver from him? There we go. There's a 3 bank. Wedge is starting to commit.
Yep. We're going to say a boost.
There it is.
21 result. Your Cursed Invitational 2019 winners are Team Europe.
Okay, we've just had an announcement that the Team Europe won the Coruscant Invitational.
Congratulations, Team Europe.
On their behalf, I will say thank you.
All right, you British man. Whatever you say. Han moving up straight, taking a focus, keeping his arcs points down to the center. We might see combat for the first time, and indeed, there's Han. We've got the range 3 into Chewbacca, I believe. Measuring range for Vi.
Yep, so it looks like it's just going to be range 3 into Chewie. Now, is Han at range 1 of that rock?
It looks pretty close. It looks like he's got it. So he was just looking for the target lock right there. I think.
Oh, way out.
Must have been out.
Yeah, it looks like they're back to dials.
Indeed. Just under an hour left. It looks to me like Sean might have a positional advantage going here into the first engagement. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the difficulty is you've got these two rocks here. Which these pods are going to find it difficult to navigate around. Like, you could probably get a hard 2 in here.
Right.
But it's going to be dangerously close. And that pod's already lost a shield.
Right, because we have taken Chewie up this lane, which is fine, but we've taken the pods up this lane, which they're not really going to be able to gracefully exit from until the top. So we see this little lane right there, which you can't fit two side by side. So they're kind of shattering that formation as they go through the rocks. And we've seen just a little bit of sloppy play on Adam's side as well with the middle finger rock.
Yeah.
Taking a shield off of Finn as he went past definitely doesn't help.
Yeah. Now, it could be that do you know where Adam's from?
I do not.
I mean, it's been a long day here.
Right.
Tiredness could be setting in. Little things like that can and do happen.
Right.
Do you know what the win record is for these players?
I know they're both. I think they're both like 3 and 2.
Okay, so this game definitely does matter for them.
Absolutely. I know I remember asking if this was what will put them in, and they're saying yes. Because we're looking at most of the 3 and 3s being able to get in.
Mm-hmm.
2 and 4s won't go to Worlds tomorrow.
Yep.
But most of the 3 and 3s, as long as you have halfway decent MOV, you've got a good shot.
So what do we think is going to happen here? I'm thinking Chewie's going to come in fast.
I would say Chewie needs to be aggressive here. If he can aim his arc, get up in there, aim his arc into the center, he can catch Wedge out and put some pressure on him too.
The only problem is Han here can go slow,
right,
or he can go fast. Come around here. It really is going to struggle.
Now, do you take those pods still straight, or do you turn them in right now?
So, the difficulty is, as I say, these two rocks here in the middle.
Right.
So, this pod, you could just quite easily do a bank and a barrel roll this way. And kind of try and come down this lane here. But you'd have to hard turn in with this guy. This one would have to bank around here. It's Finn that's the problem.
Right. No easy maneuver for Finn right there. He cannot risk another rock at that point.
Yeah. So I think probably from Vi you see a 2-bank to put him round about here, which means you can then hard 2 and come through this way next turn.
Finn's got a 1-bank. I think that will clear.
No, I think really Finn's got to do a 1 or a 2 straight.
Yeah. That's tough to see, but Adam just double-checking those dials, making sure that this critical turn is correct. Like those faction dial covers on Sean's side, too. Does, in fact, have a Millennium Falcon emblazoned dial cover.
I believe they're the North American Championship ones.
Indeed.
or European.
Now, those ones, those particular dial covers aren't from CurlPod Creatives.
Nope.
But these tokens are.
Hey,
And
absolutely
you
are.
can get some of your own. In fact, I believe that Adam's templates are also from CurlPod Creatives. You can get your own. Coupon code WORLDS2019 at curledpodcreatives.com for 15% off.
So there we saw the 2-bank.
Indeed.
And a coordinate.
Yep.
We hadn't factored that in. That's how you solve that problem.
Yeah. Now, that was Vi, right? Vi Marathi?
So Vi, because of C3PO, she's got
Right.
the coordinate action. And then what that means is she gets to calculate
Yep.
because she's done the coordinate. And then Finn gets to dodge. So we've got a 2-bank there as well from BB-8.
Again, just kind of splitting up around that rock.
Yep.
I mean, Adam's not really committing to this lane, to any lane.
No, he's not.
But not in a flexible way,
yeah.
right? He's sawing off, no pun intended, with Mr. Guerrera, half of his forces on the right-hand side.
And then we see the hard 2 there from Rose.
Right.
But Rose is going to struggle there because she's only got 1 friendly ship in her arc.
Right.
So she's only getting 1 reroll.
Marking BB-8, Chewbacca turning 2-bank to the left.
I'm probably going to see another rotate of arc.
Yep.
Which I believe is red on this ship.
On that Millennium Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take a quick look. On the scavenged YT, indeed it is. Red arc rotate, that is rough. Chewbacca's stressed.
Yep.
Can't turn hard in towards that right-hand side to follow the pods. Here comes Wedge, open S-foils. 2-bank pilot right down into the thick of things. I'd probably see a barrel roll.
I think just to focus.
Just to focus there.
Nope, going for the
He's
barrel.
taking the barrel roll. Getting himself out of Vi's arc.
Just having to contend with Finn.
Yep. And Rose, but downfield.
Mm-hmm.
Finn's an easy half points, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, all he needs to do is roll two hits.
Yep. Here comes Han, another 2-bank as well.
So not the usual hand we see with trick shot though. So
Right.
so
Now
what-
he doesn't. I don't think he doesn't have the points for trick shot.
No.
He's just got 2. Taking a target lock.
Mhm.
Lots of rerolls. Got that Luke focus.
Well, he's got the force ability and he's got Saw Gerrera.
Right.
So the target lock allows him to basically re-roll Han
Yep.
and then re-roll anything he doesn't like from that item.
Exactly. All right, 3 focuses
So
from Han.
do you just Saw Gerrera?
That is exactly what he's going to do. So 1 damage on Han, 1 shield off. But 3 crits coming in on Finn. And we see 2 evades, 1 crit.
So Finn's ability could trigger and add an eyeball.
So he is
using
adding that,
ability.
spending the
Yep.
focus. So Finn is now strained.
Absolutely.
So Wedge will be firing at a 0 die Finn.
Absolutely.
Here it comes. That's a range 1 shot, unmodified. That's all that he needs.
That's a
Finn
dead
is
Finn.
gone. That's it.
Yep.
All right, now Chewbacca's ability will trigger.
Yep. The problem is Chewie's stressed.
Right. So there's no action that can be performed. So that would have been excellent wait or an excellent time to have done a what am I trying to say? Focus or a
yep.
target lock, then wait for that to die. Here comes the shot to Wedge, range 3, looks unobstructed to me.
Yep. I mean, if Chewie had taken a focus rather than the rotate action, he'd
Right.
have been able to do the rotate action now.
Yep.
and be focused. Focused and have rotated, or have taken the target lock.
Yep.
So they're just deciding on what the best target is for Chewie's bonus attack.
Yep.
And it's important to point out that you only get one bonus attack per round.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter how many of those pods die, only one.
So he will Ray, spend that for a hit. 3 hits into Wedge. 3 focuses. And Wedge is down to half points.
Is that half points on Wedge?
Yep. 3 hits. Now
Yep.
Chewie coming right back. And we've got absolutely nothing.
Yep.
Focus would have been great.
Yep, absolutely.
Good shot on the Wedge in that first round, or in that first one, though.
Yeah, it could have really punished him there if he'd have
Yep.
got some average dice.
Now range 3 from Rose. Hit crit into Wedge.
crit.
Wedge taking a crit.
Yep, taking a crit.
Direct hit.
Which means Wedge can't get back up above half.
Right. And he is only at 1 hull now. I mean, it's fun. Weird to say now. Wedge is kind of running scared. He can't ignore. Like, he can't just use Wedge to hammer. BB-8 coming in with 2 out of range 3 through the rock, unmodified, and Wedge
dies.
pods. Resistance transport pods, man. Range 3 through the rock.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Exactly. Chewbacca going down, or seeing Finn going down swinging.
Yeah.
You know, I can't say.
I did not see that coming.
I absolutely did not. I can't say that I think Adam would have baited that with Finn. There's no way that he could have. I don't think there's any way that I would have seen that coming.
Nope.
He wasn't well positioned to set up the takedown with a bait on Finn. But hey, dice are dice.
Indeed.
Dice do what they do best, and that is roll what you don't expect.
Yep. And as we said, now Adam's in the position that he's taking out Wedge.
Right.
Sean has got 1 chip on the board.
1 ship, 45 minutes, and with that 1 ship, he has to take out 2 pods.
Yep.
To come back into the lead and not take half points on Han.
Yep. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
He's going to start to chip away at those pods. Chewie's going to take 2 shots at him.
Now, Chewie's just got to be in a position, though, where he remains relevant, where that attack can bear it. And where he is right now, where he's stressed, that's not happening. If Han's just able to keep range on Chewie, kite those pods, he's got 45 minutes left, 46 minutes left. It's enough time to take out 2 pods, as long as he gets time on target.
So I'd be expecting here maybe a hard 3 from Han and then a boost down this way.
Yep.
Because then effectively all he's got to deal with is this green pod.
Yep.
Which is Rose. She's only gets her ability when there's stuff in her arc.
And the stuff in her arc has just died.
Yep.
So there is absolutely nothing left. 45 minutes left in the round. This is round 6 once more. 8:30 p.m. here in Minnesota, and we've had a long day.
We have indeed. I have been up since about 4 a.m. because that's 10 a.m. UK time. So for me right now, it is sometime o'clock. I think it's about 2:30 in the morning back in the UK.
And I've been up since around 5:30. It's not because it's any special time where I'm from, which is here, but because Dion asked me nicely to. So there we go. Both of us having a long day, both these players at the end of a long day.
Yep.
Huge respect to everybody here in the Last Chance Qualifier. Remember, anybody that makes the cut 2 Worlds from today is going to have to repeat this performance tomorrow 7 more rounds if they want to make the Day 2 cut. There's some serious stamina on the part of these players.
Yep. So there we see V. Moratti's ability coming in. So Han's having to have his dial face up.
Yep.
But you know what,
Moratti
Asa?
they're doing. Yep.
You know what I think we're going to have here?
What are we going to have?
I think we're going to have a game that doesn't go to time.
Well, that'll be a first for me today.
Yep. So there we see the coordinate.
into Rose, who will barrel roll.
Interesting.
Well, Adam just wants to keep those together because he can see Han trying to kite.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Han revealed up there, but he can see Han trying to kite. No, he just wants to keep that out.
Yeah.
There's a 1 straight from BB-8.
So maybe just to calculate. Yep, there we go, just to calculate. And 1 back.
1 bank from Rose. Just trying to put whatever damage to Han that he can.
Yep. Who are we looking at?
Again, absolutely killer round last turn. Not expecting to see Wedge go down. I think Chewbacca, after his 2 bank over here, just takes that target lock. Got to expect to not have a shot on Han right now.
Yeah, yeah. Take that target lock. It comes in handy for later rounds.
Yep.
And I think
There
that's
it
what we've
is.
done. Yep.
3 bank from Han.
So yeah, not the hard 3 in, but a 3 bank.
Still great position to kite. Still boost.
Yeah, you just boost.
Yep.
You boost here, potentially take a shot away from these 2.
Yep. And just kite Rose. I mean, you're in a
Cool.
good position.
We'll just
Just
take
taking
a
the
look.
target lock on the Vi. Range 2. He does have rerolls at this point.
Well, he's got rerolls from Han's ability. He's got rerolls from the target lock.
And I think
So
he's
I think
probably
it's
just going to
the
take the
target lock.
target lock on that one.
Yep.
He's haunting it.
Oh.
And now we'll take the target lock
Yep.
from the exact same stuff.
Yep.
And 2 hits and a crit.
Oh.
2 hits and a crit into V. Marathi.
So that shield card crit. Doesn't have heroic on that ship.
Crit, what are we looking at there? Looking at
Loose
a loose
stabilizer.
stabilizer on V. Marathi.
Which, positional-wise, is pretty horrible.
Yeah. Loose stabilizer, take a straight or on a damage on a non-straight maneuver. Anything that V. Marathi wanted to do is a non-straight maneuver.
Yep.
But he cannot, otherwise he will die. All right, coming back into Han. V. Marathi at the range 3 shot. Double checking that range. Looked like 3 to me.
I think they're checking arc for BB-8.
I see.
Yeah.
So we'll see Rose Tico coming back in first.
It's got Rose, range 3, no rerolls, so just that focus. Doesn't
And
need
hit
it.
Crit does not need it. Han's going to go ahead and take 1. 3 shields left.
Now the question is, would you hand reroll there?
I'm not sure I would. That's pretty average, right? I think I'd be happy with that. V doing 1. I'll definitely Han reroll that.
Yep.
No need. There's just 1 more damage. And we go back to that. Was 41 minutes left.
Now, here's a question.
Yep.
Just bring up Chewie's pilot ability.
I absolutely will. I'm attempting to. So Chewbacca states, after a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 is destroyed, before that ship is removed, you may perform an action, then you may perform a bonus attack.
So, potentially here, V. Marathi could just, dial in a 1 bank. Die.
I think the key there, Chewbacca doesn't have range right now.
Did he not have range to Han?
No.
Right. Okay.
So I like where you're going, but he can't.
Yeah, you
Chewbacca
waste
doesn't
it.
have
Yeah,
range. And Sean's played that very well. Because as long as Chewbacca can't shoot, then we've got less of those bonus attacks coming in.
Yep.
Adam's greatest advantage is weight of fire against Han. If it just comes down to 1 versus 1, Falcon on Falcon, Han's going to win that.
Yep.
And Adam can't let that happen, so he's got to get Chewbacca back in. Unfortunately, Chewbacca's way off in nonsense space.
Yep.
With a 2-turn, his best way to get back in the fight. But there's a rock right there as well.
There absolutely is. I think the 2-turn gets them out, but
Yep. But it's still not close enough because Han's going to take sweeping maneuvers down that way.
Yep.
Likely to see another 3 bank with a boost if necessary, just keeping Chewbacca irrelevant.
Yeah, and that's the thing. These pods are going to struggle to catch Han.
Absolutely. I think it's not struggle. They just won't be able to.
Yeah.
Pods are great against some, just putting some extra arcs on the board, catch an extra 2 out, put a little bit more damage into things, provide some great support abilities. On their own like this, they don't form a fully cohesive fighting force. There's a 2 straight from Vi.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to clear that crit.
Yeah, it has to.
And there we go, flipping that down.
Yep.
Unless...
Well, what do you do instead?
Unless he figures...
Coordinate.
Exactly. He figures he might die
Yep.
right out the gate. So if you coordinate or jam...
Yeah, he's jamming.
There it is. There's a jam on Han. I don't hate that. Then Han can't get all of his modifiers.
I think it coordinates better there.
Right.
I don't think Han is going to take a token this round anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I think realistically we're going to see him kind of come round here, and he's going to want to boost anyway.
Yep. There is a K-turn from BB-8. And a 1 straight from Rose. Rose just getting herself strung out.
Yep.
Down towards the bottom of that map.
Now, in fairness, when he decided to do that jam, he knew what Han's dial was, so
Right.
he knows where Han's going to be. So
Maybe Han's turning in.
Yep, maybe.
And Chewbacca likely to take a target lock. If he hasn't already.
Is going to take a lock or a boost?
That looks like focus. There goes Han.
Mm-hmm.
4 straight. Blasting out, staying out of range of Chewbacca. I think he can just stay right there. Maybe boost.
I mean, you've got a shot from Rose, but again, you're not too worried about it. Just
Right.
rerolls.
Just the focus. He's going to
Just
take the
target
lock. Jam will take that right back off.
Yep.
So jammed off that lock, and now he's boosting?
So Sean's realised that actually the...
He didn't realize that.
the-
Gotcha. Adam's just being a good sport.
Yeah, so Adam just said, look, just take something different if you want.
Yep.
So he's taking the boost instead.
Now, I like this little cluster of ships up here. Adam has regrouped up in the top of the board. But Rose is just right there waiting to die. There's 2. We've got the Luke Skywalker Force can change that into a 3rd hit.
Or you take a crit, take a shield and turn it into a crit. Nope,
He's spending
spend
the Force. And there's 1 evade, spending the focus. Is he? Yes, he is.
So
1 shield
1
off
damage.
Rose. Rose firing back against Han. 1 crit. 1 evade.
Yeah, it's
Han is fine all the way out there at range 3.
and Asa, we are now.
Back to dials. That's
Absolutely.
right, Darren. Darren? Yes. That's your name. As I said, it's been a long day. We're getting to the end of it, though. 35 minutes left. Sean with 47 points, down by just a few. Adam still in the lead at 64. But Han ready to run rampant down here on the bottom side of the board.
I think personally, Han, we're going to see something like a hard 2.
Yep.
And then he's just going to come up here.
As everybody else kind of goes down in this area.
Yep.
Remember, Vi still has to go straight. He didn't clear that crit.
And what is going to be difficult is for Rose to do anything.
Yep. I think Rose just has to go up towards the top, get back with her friends. Maybe take a K-turn.
Yep, we've got either a K-turn or the hard turn in here.
Right. I think she just wants to regroup.
So, do we see the fixing of the... Yep.
There it is. There's that loose stabilizer off.
Yep. There's the loose stabilizer, but still 1 hole.
And there goes Rose up towards the top.
Interesting
Taking a
choice.
two-turn. She just wants to regroup. Because Sean recognizes, too, I think his best chance is to get, once again, way to fire, get Chewbacca back down there. Because Chewie's got the biggest gun. Chewie's got the most relevant ability here as those pods start to pop off. And there's the 3-bank, trying to move as close to Han down there as possible.
Yep. So there's the 3 hard from Han.
Right down there again towards the bottom. Han is moving as quickly as possible, keeping distance between himself and the rest. I think he's just going to sit there, take a target lock. I think he's got the range on Rose. He'll take a boost.
Yep, takes the boost. So that's probably going to be a range 2 now without the obstruction.
Right. So it's range 2. It is also a range 3 to Chewbacca. Do you want to pop Rose now with Chewbacca in the mix? So that's why I liked that range 3 more.
Yep. So I think he's going to Chewie. Han Solo it.
Absolutely.
There you go. Spend the force. Spend it.
He's taking a look, and there it is. 3 hits. 3 off of Chewbacca, all shields down.
Yep.
What's he looking at there? He's taking all 3. Chewbacca now coming back in on Han. So he hit focus blank. Spend Ray and the focus for 3 hits. Han's going to go ahead and do you take that? I think that's still average.
Well, what choice does he have? Oh, the Han reroll.
He could Han reroll that, and he's going for it. Indeed,
Same result.
Gets the upside of average there. 2 shields down. Now R2-D2 can trigger, though. This is actually fairly perfect. He only took 1 damage from that exchange. In the grand scheme of things, we've got a downfield shot from BB-8, 1 hit, many evades. Han takes nothing. I think we'll see R2. Is that the start of the end phase?
Yep. Yep, they are clearing tokens.
So I don't hear a call or see a flip from Sean. That might be a missed trigger.
For which, sorry?
For R2-D2.
R2-D2 is you have to have a damage card.
Oh, you have
on
to have a damage card. Excuse me, sorry. I am thinking of the old R2 for a second right there.
Yep, R2-D2, you have to have the damage. And it's interesting because if you have the damage on you and you trigger R2-D2 and you roll the hit,
right,
you can hand reroll it.
Yes.
As long as you're at range 0 to 1 of the rock.
Right. So Adam's still up 64-47. Han's still getting chipped away at.
Yep.
Even if he kills all those pods and still gets to half points, that's still a win for Adam.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Adam still comes out ahead. Losing Wedge right away really stunk up.
Yeah. Wedge didn't really bring much to this game.
Mm-hmm. He took a good shot and then just got absolutely rocked. So where does Han go from here? I assume a maneuver in the this way direction kind of area.
I mean, you could just do a 1 bank.
Sure.
Do a 1 bank, see what happens.
He is moving last. That's not a bad idea.
'cause you can always boost. And you've always got Luke.
If you misjudge your arc, absolutely.
Not that you necessarily need to wait for Luke, because guess what? You're moving last, so you can rotate your arc as a normal action.
Right. Dial's going down there. I'm not sure we can clear a K-turn from Rose against Chewbacca.
Yeah, no, that looks like it's going to be too close.
Right.
So again, it depends what BB-8 is going to do. We could see the barrel roll from BB-8 and just a little one bank.
We could, in theory, also hear or see a larger maneuver down there. Try to block on.
Yep. Okay, they're just taking a little bit longer to think about their dials.
Yep. Again, everything is critical.
Yep.
It's also critical that you all tune in tomorrow for the actual Worlds coverage. Day 1, starting I believe 8 a.m. is when dice roll. That is a tough one.
Yep, we've got day 1A tomorrow. I am playing day 1B.
All
which
right.
is Friday, so I will be with you again all day tomorrow, Asa.
Are you? Not farming tickets?
Nope, not farming tickets. I am helping out Dion.
Oh, thank you. You're a very kind man.
So they're checking now for Vi. Nope, not in range.
Vi there with the K-turn.
Yep. It's the quickest way for it to get back around.
Yep. Almost if the K-turn's a good maneuver. Strong move.
Better on a defender.
Always better on a defender. Just about everything's better on a defender. Except the one hard. And there's Rose just turning out. She'll be back. It's up to BB-8 and Chewie to finish this.
Send in the Porgs.
Here comes BB-8 to bank. Taking a focus.
And we've got Chewie coming in fast. Is that going to be close to that rock?
That's awful close to the rock. I'm not sure if he can disengage around it.
He's taking that rock next turn.
Yeah.
There is nothing you can do about that.
Taking the focus.
Mm-hmm. So, hands
Right,
turned in.
Han is blocked by Chewbacca. Now, this is a great time for Han to try to pop one of those pods. Chewie will not be able to return fire.
Yep. No revenge shot from Chewie if he can't shoot you.
He's got the range shot, one shot at BB-8. I'm not sure he'd want to go for the downfield shot at Rose, though, do you think?
Well, Rose is on 3. You'd probably just take the range 1 into BB-8.
Yep.
At the end of the day, you
there
can
it
pop
is.
them. Yep. Hand re-roll it.
Go ahead and Han all that, yep.
Oh.
And that's a saw. That's saw, yeah, 4 crits.
Oh, yeah. Saw Guerrera. Yeah. So, shield, crit. Oh, no, shield.
Shield and 1 crit.
And
that's
direct.
a direct hit. BB-8 now down to 1 as well.
Yeah, great use there of Saw Gerrera.
Absolutely.
And as we see now, he's got a damage card. Means he can regen with R2-D2.
BB-8 coming back. No results. Just hit, focus.
So here we see.
End of combat. There's R2.
It's fine. So, close game. We see 60 to 64 points.
Absolutely. Sean has come back up. He needs to take 5 more points in order to lead. That just means putting the kill through on one of these pods, which he can definitely accomplish with a fast maneuver up the top there. Go for that Vi Marati. Chewbacca once again is going to have to be somewhere down in this area. Han goes fast enough, boosts up. Marati's kill is not going to be able to trigger Chewbacca's ability.
The problem Chewie's got there is that he's bumping Han.
Right.
So if he downs in the hard 2, doesn't move anywhere.
Yep.
What he's going to have to do is wait.
I think that's actually the best.
It probably is the best move.
That's better.
But what's going to have to happen is he's going to have to hope that Sean kills one of his pods.
Right.
Otherwise, he's not getting an action. And his arc's the wrong way.
Right.
So what he needs is for Sean to pop the Vimarati.
Right.
Chewie can then get a rotate and then a bonus attack. And then his regular attack. So he could get 2 range 1, 3 4 dice attacks.
Right.
Depending on where Han is.
Now, if I'm Sean, do I see that coming, just not attack at that point, not try to kill V? Because that's a tough call, because you definitely want to have, you definitely want to kill that pod.
And I think it all comes down to, does Chewie have you in arc? And what range is it?
I mean, Chewie probably won't have him in arc, but he will if Vi dies, is the thing. Now, Vi doesn't get close enough, though, to trigger Chewie's ability. Because Vi doesn't have great, quick options for clearing that stress either. There's a 2 straight, definitely within inside that range 3 bubble. Coordinating Rose.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see a focus from Rose and a K turn. BB-8 has not moved. Forgot to move in the system phase. BB-8 then bumping right into Han.
Mm-hmm.
Chewie is doing the too hard. Going nowhere. Han, 4 straight.
Yep.
There's that fast maneuver.
Yep.
So William, 5-0, about to go 6-0. Francois, 5-0, was what? Careless.
I think Han should just boost. Boost to the left there. If you kill Vi, you've got unmodded shots coming from Chewie.
Yep. Yep. He's taking the lock. So start of combat, it looks like he's going to have to rotate the arc.
Yep, and there it is. There's the Luke Skywalker. Now, I think that is a misplay.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think if he'd have boosted, he'd have then been able to take the range 1, he'd have had a hand re-roll, and he'd have been able to still have the force.
Yep. So spend that
between the
lock. And there's a kill on Vi.
Yep. So now Chewie gets to perform an action. So rotate.
So there it goes.
To red rotate.
There's that red rotate.
Yep.
Rotating it front and back.
So
Range 1 into Han.
Yep.
That's the scary part.
Mm-hmm.
They are unmodified. He could take 1 ray. He'll target lock it
Spend the
first.
lock. You spend it. You spend it.
Might as well. It looks like he did. There's 3 hits.
You
No
hand
evades.
re-roll it.
Han re-roll into 1, taking
So it
2.
takes 2. So is that half points on hand?
Yep. And with just like that, now Sean needs 56 points.
Yep.
He could survive a shot from Vi.
But he's got a second shot coming in.
Yep.
Nothing.
And there's nothing.
Yeah, the red dice were not kind to Adam there.
I mean, he got what he needed, right? Now
Yeah.
it's now 20 minutes left. Adam's up by 50-some points.
Yeah.
Han has to kill
So Rose
both
2
of
hits.
the other pods and get Chewie to half.
It's at least taking 1. Nope, taking 2.
Taking 2.
So gets shield back. Back up to 5 hit points.
Han's still just limping, though. He definitely had to boost there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the boost was a better call.
Or just not shoot.
Well, the thing is, if he'd have boosted there, he'd have been out of range 1.
Right.
Which means, as in range 1 from Chewie.
Right.
So rather than taking 8 dice, he's taking 6.
Right.
I mean, yes, Chewie got unlucky. Had to spend all of his mods just for a couple of hits on the first attack.
But that was enough hits to take him to half.
Yep.
Which puts Sean on the back foot here.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, more so than he already was. He now has to kill both of the pods and get half health on Chewie in order to bring this out, because he is behind by 56 points, or 55. He needs 56 to take the lead.
So if he kills the other 2 pods, he is still behind.
Exactly, because he still needs to get Chewie to half points.
Yep.
Or kill that Falcon. And I just don't think there's enough time.
No. With 18 minutes left to go, it's going to be tough.
And with 17 minutes left, that leaves you 17 minutes to go to our sponsor site, curledpodcreatives.com. Get those great tokens that we show on stream. Worlds 2019 is the coupon code to take care of those. Again, that's Worlds 2019 gets you 15% off of all of your Curled Paw Creatives tokens. Once again, this is round 6 of the Last Chance Qualifier. If you're just tuning in, I'm Asa Graff, joined by Darren Granger here for Gold Squadron.
Yeah, ladies and gents, this is the last round of today.
We will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Emphasis on the early, less on bright, if I had to guess.
Well, I haven't seen outside in a very long time.
Neither have I. It gets kind of dark around here quickly this time of fall.
So what do we think here? Hard 2 from Chewie,
Hard 2 from Chewie.
but he stays stressed. And
I mean, he's got to get around that rock.
yeah. Or do you just go with it? Take the bank, clear your stress, take the rock.
I think he's got time to clear his stress. If he goes down this way in the bank, that puts him down in this area, and then he's off on this side as Han tries to kill the rest of those pods.
Mm-hmm.
If he takes this U-turn, he's at least still nearby. He won't be able to get a shot at Han this round, but maybe next. But there's a... Was that a boost, a system phase boost? I think that was a system phase boost.
No, I think that was his actual action.
Okay. There is indeed the bank.
So let's have a look. Does that clip the rock? Looks like it's clear.
But does it clip BB-8?
Yeah,
Also clear. And Han's K-turning.
Keeps him relevant.
Right. He might still have Arc on Rose.
Potentially.
Indeed, there we go. Range 3. Is that obstructed?
I think they are they questioning it with the judge? Nope, looks like they've gone and made a decision themselves.
Here comes Han.
I think you just keep that.
2 and 1, yep. Sean's hungry, though. I could tell. He wants that third hit. He's going for the Han. Gamble, that looks like a saw to me. You take that shield off, but you can regen that.
It is your sword.
He's doing it. There's Rose, a crit going through onto the hull. Blinded pilot. There's the R2 regeneration. No shot from Rose, or no effective shot from Rose. Battle's going down, 13 minutes left.
So what do you think was going to happen this turn then, Asa?
Well, I'm seeing Chewy, 2-turn.
Mm-hmm.
Got to come back in that way. Rose, if I had to guess, maybe doing the same, at the very least a bank. Rose is just out there.
Well, the thing is, Rose is facing this way.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Sorry, I was looking at at this, and I was seeing
Yeah.
an arc up there. I mean, she's stressed. She can't K-turn. She's blinded. I think she's either going to run or turn in. And if I am Adam, I just want to keep her close to Chewbacca so Chewbacca can get the revenge shots.
Yeah.
I think she's coming in. I forgot about BB-8.
Do the free barrel roll.
There he is.
So here we see the barrel roll.
Still stressed.
Well, it's a red barrel roll.
Right. I think just trying to stay nearby one bank from BB-8.
Mm-hmm.
Taking the calculate.
Yeah, but that's because these pods on their own, really, they do struggle.
Right.
So we've got just over 10 minutes left in this round.
Right. Just over 10 minutes. See Chewie just looking at taking a focus.
Mm-hmm.
No arc rotate. I think that's the right call. As Rose and BB-8 come back in,
Yep.
he can try to bait Han to shoot one of those. I think it's a little bit out at this point, though. Just going to go ahead and take focus.
Mm-hmm.
Han looking at a range 3 shot at Chewbacca or a range 2 into Rose. Or another range 2 into BB-8. Looking at the obstruction there.
Attention, last chance qualifier.
All right.
For X-Wing. You have 10 minutes remaining.
I'd put a saw on that.
X-Wing, 10 minutes remaining.
He's only taken one
Round
shot in
6.
return.
Yep.
His only win condition is just he's got to
just
focus. So there's one. Here's a couple more damage into Rose. That is a kill. Do we have Chewbacca's ability? Nope. Pulling Rose off. Great shot from Han. And now Sean's only trailing by 29 points, but 29 points is half health Chewbacca. It's not Pod, right? And that's the problem that Sean has right now. I guess it is conceivable considering the BB-8 has one hull left. And is facing the wrong way. BB-8 going out here into this area is not going to be close enough to Chewbacca to be able to proc his ability. So Han with another fast maneuver down there, maybe a 3-bank, get behind Chewie one more time and pop BB-8, kill that pod, and now you've got, assuming he can do it quickly, 5 minutes to get a couple damage on Chewbacca. That is conceivable.
Yes, yeah, it's not unrealistic, but
it's not what I would want to have to rely on.
No.
But it's not inconceivable.
No.
So there's a 3-bank from Chewbacca.
So what do we think here? Target lock. There's your target lock. So focus.
Or rotate that arc.
Is it not already side to side?
No, the arc was it was front to back. Yeah, it's still front to back. And there's the rotate. I mean, he's got to get shot. Like that'll ensure he gets a shot. There's the quick con. Boost out of that arc. There he goes. Luke will give him the rotate that he needs. Oh, that was a nasty bump. Not quite sure what he's looking at.
No, me neither.
Going to look at something from another angle. Probably looking at Chewie's arc. Not a lot that he can do if he does have arc, though.
I'm taking a fair amount of time to debate on this.
Yep. Sean does not have time to spare.
Nope.
Not sure what he's debating on. He did his action. There we go. There's the rotate side to side. On will take the shot range 2.
So
focus
hand
2
reroll.
blanks. Do we have it? So no Han reroll. Not allowing that to continue. Chewie now measuring that arc. He's got it. Chewie with the target lock can spend that one. You have a blank, spend the force. 2 hits. And Han will take 2 hits.
Well, you can hand reroll.
No, he can't. He's out of range of the rock.
Ah.
Could do it on offense. Unfortunately, he could not do that on defense either. Dial's going down. 5 minutes left.
So Sean's got 29 points that he needs to close.
Right.
30 to take the lead.
It's still got to be, I mean, he can do
Chewie.
that with half points on Chewie.
Yep.
that's his best option. We see him turn too hard towards the top of the map. Chewie is stressed now, going to be difficult to follow him. Looks like he elected not to R2 last round. Now he's going to target lock. That is a stress. It's a red target lock.
Yep.
One straight from Chewbacca. Got to clear that stress. I wouldn't be surprised to see a rotate. Reacquiring the lock. Love that Lego Chewie. 3 bank from Han. That's a 3 sloop, actually. Back to the house, 3 minutes left. We could possibly see one more round. Han reroll, being able to R2 regen, and not exposing the damage card after the Han reroll. That's probably why he didn't Han reroll, or that's probably why he didn't R2 last round, is because he knew he wasn't going to be able to get the Han reroll if it failed.
Yeah. So final 2.5 minutes here.
Han Solo taking Chewbacca taking the 3 turn towards the top of the board. Pilot right. Action from Chewbacca will be focus. Han to bank.
Boost.
Absolutely.
Or do you just try and take the target lock?
I think he wants to boost again. He's got to get as close to Chewie as possible.
Yeah.
He has to get to Chewie. He has to roll dice quickly.
And not take anything in return. So
Yep.
there's the boost.
Get to the next round in this next 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Yep. So I think we are going to have one more round.
If they roll quickly and they're measuring range right now. Marking Finn. There's the range measurement. We got range 3.
So let's see what we do.
Han's coming in. We've got a reroll.
Yep. Hand reroll.
Hit folks playing into
And
one
worse.
hit. Chewbacca evades.
Yep.
Chewbacca firing back. One hit. Target lock and hit crit. Spending
spends
Ray
Ray.
for a blank. Han should re-roll that.
Yeah.
And there is one more. That shield from R2 is just going to come right back.
Yep. Yep. Takes shield, but yep.
And it comes right back.
Yep. So they are going to go one more round here.
Back to the house. 40 seconds left. This will be the last round.
So what can
What
Sean
is
do here?
Chewbacca's threshold one?
So Chewbacca's threshold, I believe, is they're 8 and 3, I believe.
They are 9.
So he'll be 9
right.
with the hull
Yep,
upgrade.
because he'll be 9 and 3.
Yeah.
So that's 12. So he's got to have 6 damage on him. So 3 more?
Yeah.
3 more. Han could do it.
He could, but he's got to catch him.
Right.
And this is it. This is going to be time in the round. So it all depends
If
on.
I'm Chewbacca,
If I know
turn 3, boost. Block that and deny the shot.
yeah.
Attention, X-Wing, last chance qualifier.
That is time.
Time round 6. Last chance qualifier player.
BB-8 just bumping.
Time for round 6.
And reacquiring the target lock.
Mhm.
There's the 4 straight from Han. He's just really trying to get close.
Mhm.
Arc is facing side to side, so he already has the shot. I think he just locks here. I'm not sure if he has the re-roll.
Yeah.
Target lock, saw Guerrera.
Well, the thing he's got to be careful of is Chewie can kill him.
Right.
Chewie can kill Han right here, right now.
I mean, I'd go ham for that. Is like either you get Chewie to half points or you lose.
Yeah.
Like there is no chance.
Yeah.
Either you take that chance or that's it. Right? So I think if I'm Han, I've got to take that chance. Plus, Chewie's arcs aren't in the right place. They are facing side to side. They're facing out there into the center of the map. So he doesn't even have a shot right now. There's the lock. Range 1 from Han.
Yep.
Into Chewbacca. Pop that target lock. Two more. He's open for all paint, and there he goes. I just saw that. Get another crit. He's not taking return fire. He's just taking the force. Chewie's got. He should have a force from Rey, but he will spend it all, and it's a hull breach. I think we just see a swing right there. Looks like we don't have the shot. They will call a judge just to make sure. But if there's no arc, we did just see a swing back into Jean's favor.
Mm-hmm.
Range 1 shot from Han.
Yep.
Pulling Chewbacca down to half points.
Absolutely.
Getting that hull breach and bringing him back into the lead.
Some very important announcements once the standings have been posted.
So it looks like we're coming down to a pretty important turn here, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
We've just had the end.
Yep. So that is it. It is out of arc. So that's it. Very last round of the game. Sean eking out the win from Adam. So, I think it's a testament to how weak those pods are really in a drawn-out fight.
Yeah.
Because they, Wedge Antilles going down first round of combat should not have resulted in a win.
No.
There against a list with a little bit more firepower. The pods just struggle to bring guns to bear. They really do. When they're split up and chasing a fast Falcon, it's just really tough. But Sean played that Falcon well. He did kite.
Yeah.
He went fast. He broke them up very well. He did an extremely good job with Han, and R2-D2 certainly helped him out. Only taking 1 damage here, 1 damage there.
Exactly.
Always regenerating. That was an excellent game. Thank you very everybody for tuning in and watching this. This is the end of today's game stream. I know Dion's sitting over there with a stack of giveaways to go for, so definitely stay tuned for that. And definitely check out curledpodcreators.com. Use that coupon code WORLDS2019 for 15% off. Thank you once again for tuning in for Gold Squadron Podcast. I'm Asa Graff.
And I'm Darren Granger.
We will see you tomorrow morning.